Hey guys, Coach Chad here today. Today I'm going to be talking about the concept of short foot, which I've addressed in previous videos. But today we're going to talk a little bit about how you can practice this at home and how you can start to understand this very, very important foot connection. Okay, so your foot interface with the ground and how it can improve power production and performance in the gym. And it's going to do it in a couple different ways, okay? The first one is integrating and connecting the deep fascial front line, which comes from the big toe, the musculature that starts the big toe and rides up the medial aspect of the calf into the adductors and up into the pelvic floor, which then connects into the torso. So there is a very strong integration of foot to core mechanics or foot to core power. And if you can think of any movement in the gym where you wouldn't have a added bonus to having core position and power attached to a movement, of course, we're going to know the benefit of that. So I'll review the positions one more time. We always know, and I talk a lot about the tripod foot when we're strength training. The tripod foot is best understood by simply standing with 3 points of contact, which is going to be big toe, little toe, or first and fifth metatarsals connected to the floor as well as our heel. That is your 3 points of contact. The fourth point of contact is the big toe, which then creates the short foot. The short foot, when done correctly, if we're just standing naturally, you can practice this at home. Lift the toes, tripod foot, push the toes down, connect, and as you do that, note how there's a line of action that comes all the way up into the pelvic floor, into the core, okay? This happens every time that you practice pushing the toe down, and as you start to understand that, you'll start to understand that integration, that foot to core integration or ground to core integration, and why we also don't want big cushiony shoes on, as a side note, because big cushiony shoes are only going to take away from your ability to, one, feel the floor, and two, create that connection, okay, that muscular force connection, all right? All right. Now the next thing when you do is when you can practice this, you can just practice at home in some in the exact same manner as I am here. Tripod position, push the big foot down, feel the foot invert slightly, the arch of the foot connect, the connection up the leg into the torso, into the pelvic floor, okay? And you can just simply practice going back and forth, feeling that pressure. Then do it in different positions. Do it in your squat stance. Tripod, big foot down. Feel the arch of the foot splay and create power, okay? An inverted foot is a powerful foot. It's a rigid foot. It's a foot that we can create force through, okay? Whereas a everted foot or a flat sole or a flat foot loses power, okay? And the other thing that a short foot does, it also creates the inversion, but note how it also pulls your knee and femur into a slight external rotation, creating a greater glute activation. So if you're thinking about glute training, power production and squatting and deadlifting, this position right here can create greater force, not only through the deep fascial front line, but also through glute activation, all right? And it can open up the hip for our bottom position in weightlifting if you're a deep squatter as well, okay? So we practice our tripod to 4 points of contact through short foot. Tripod, short foot, and hold short foot for 10 seconds. And then we can play around in later videos integrating the pelvic floor and core breathing and bracing into this exact same concept. Such a powerful, powerful tool that most of us are leaving aside or not taking to your training on a regular basis. So start practicing short foot in everything that you're doing in the gym, okay? Big toe, integrate into the core, integrate into pelvic floor, integrate into breathing and bracing, highly and highly connected to safety as well as performance inside the gym. Thanks, team.